Okay, come. Let's talk about last week worksheet first. All right, Kaden, we'll be doing 4 questions from last week. All right, these are the 4 questions that I didn't manage to cover because I talked too much. All right, so this was question number 6. Let's take a look first. All right, so we have Charles and Keith bought a total sum of this amount for shopping. Wow, so rich. At the end of the shopping spree, the amount of money that Charles had was 5 times the amount that he had spent. Can you see not? So this is the first clue. Charles had left was 5 times the amount he had spent. Okay? So we are just talking about Charles alone. This is like Charles alone. Right? What he had left, right? What he had left was 5 times. So 5 times means what? Basically, I draw 5 units first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So this is 5 times what? The amount that he had spent. So this amount that he left, right? This part is the left, right? This part that is left was 5 times the amount that he had spent. So he had actually spent another 1 unit down here. Can you see not? So he actually only spent 1 unit. Do you understand the English here? We are talking about Charles alone. We are not doing a comparison with Keith. Right, read the purple line. This is the purple for purple. Charles had left 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The amount that he has spent. That means they're all the same size. Cannot? Can? Okay, come. Next. Green color is talking about Keith. The amount that Keith had spent was 3 times the amount he had left. Can you see not? They flip it. Naughty, they flip it. So down here, Keith, right? Keith had what? Had spent was 3 times the amount he had left. All right, so for example, Keith only left with this amount. All right, Keith only left with this amount. All right, this is what Keith has left. But what did he spend? He spent 3 times the amount that he had left. So down here, he had spent 1, 2, 3. So children, can you see not? Why am I not drawing units? Because they are different, basically. Can you see not? So the circle and the squares or the circle and the rectangles are different. Right? They are different sizes. Right? We cannot say that Charles and Keith, they are given equal amount of money. Right? We don't know that. We don't know that. Can you see not? So I purposely draw in a what? In a like a square boxes and in a circle. Is it okay? Yes, it's okay. And I'm going to call this what? I'm going to call all these things, all these circles as parts. Is that okay? And I'm going to call this rectangle, this one as unit. Is that okay? So this is our question. Sure. Units and parts. Yes. This our question is called units and parts. You need to kind of form up, right? You need to kind of form up certain kind of equation. Are you ready? Okay. So down here, right? Down here, what do you see? What do you see? All right. The clue went to say what? Look at the final clue. The total amount of money Charles and Keith had left. We are looking for left. We are looking for left. Left means what? Left means this portion and this portion. Was 1626. So what can you say? I can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Charles that is left plus 1 part of Keith is equal to 1626. Can you see that? That is one, what you call an equation. Pinyin, go, go, go. Hurry up. Okay? There is one equation. Is that okay? Okay? Next. Sure, there's another clue in front. Yes, you're right. This clue down here. 2976. Right, this is a total. Total means what? Total means everything, right? Everything consists of how many units? You count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units from Charles. And how many units from Keith? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts from Keith. And this will be a total 2976. When you see this, you should get excited. What is this called? This is something called gap and difference. Gap and difference. You have to apply certain concept into this in order to get your answer, children. Understand or not? All right, you got units and part, then you have something called gaps and difference. Gaps and difference, you must try to what? You must try to make somebody the same. Try to make somebody the same to get rid of it. So down here, right, I purposely try to make this one part right, into 4 parts. So I do a times 4 here. But when you do a times 4, everybody must times 4. Everybody must times 4 along that line. So 5 times 4 will give you a 20 units. 1 times 4 will give you a 4 parts. That's what I want. 1626 can press calculator. Yes, problem sum can press calculator. Times 4 also will give you a 6504. So now what do you see? Can you see that, right? Your 4 units and 4 units are the same here? All right, can you see that your 4 units and your 4 units are the same here? You compare something called gap and difference. What's the meaning of gap? Gap means what? You are supposed to find, like down here, between 6 unit and 20 unit. What is the gap? What is the in between? So it's basically 20 units minus 6 unit. That's the gap. And what's the difference? Difference means big minus small. 6504 minus 2976. That's called the difference. This method is called gap and difference. Gap is equal to difference. Do you understand, children? All right. So down here, you continue downwards. 20 units minus 6 units is 14 units. Is equal to, you press your calculator. 6504 minus 2976. And your answer should be 3528. 3528. What you do next? Find 1 unit. How? Divide by 14. Wow, such big number divide by 14. Can meh? Can meh? You press your calculator. Divide by 14. Bam! 252. Such beautiful number. When you get to such beautiful number, you know that you are correct already. Once you can find 1 unit, you are king and queens. You are correct already. But 1 unit, 1 unit represents what? The unit actually represents all these. This one is called unit. Please remember that. So now what do they want? Hey, they want Keith. How much did Keith bring for shopping? Never mind. Don't care about Keith. Go and find Charles first. Because 1 unit is Charles, right? Charles got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go and find 6 unit first. 6 unit is equal to 252 times 6. That will give you a 1512. So this is what Charles have. But I don't want Charles. All right, I don't want Charles. I can use what he has. All right, to minus away from my total because they brought 2976 out, what? Correct or not? And that will actually give me Keith's money. Can you see? So 2976 minus Charles equal to 1464. And that's your answer. Woohoo! I did it. 4 marks. Take it. Draw your units, draw your parts, activate gaps and difference. Use your calculator, no fear. Get rid of one of the item. All right. Make sure you know that 1 unit represents who? It represents Charles, not Keith. Keith is called part 1. Once you can find one person, you can find the other person. A very systematic one. Don't fear this type of question. Don't fear. Oh, very good. Hey, Raha, I'm so sorry. I think you sent me a question just now. Yeah, but I think it's a bit too late. All right, I wasn't able to see the question yet. All right, so Raha, maybe after this lesson, right, I will try to take a look. All right, then maybe tomorrow morning, then you look at the question, something like that. Can? So sorry, Raha. Yep. Okay, so children, question number 6 done. Neat, very neat. Can do, can do. And you are trained already. You are trained to do all this. Come on, don't be shy. Okay, next, question 7 from last week. Are you ready? Okay, question 7 from last week. Come. So the figure is made up of 2 identical large semicircle and 4 identical small quadrant circle. 2 identical large semicircle. 1, 2. Always read the paragraph, look at the diagram. And 4 identical quadrant circle. 4. Where? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go and find. Okay? The diameter of the semicircle is 64. Find the total area of the shaded part. Oh my goodness. Can you see something? Can you see something? Ah, this type of question, right? Watch this type of shape, how to find? It's like my eyebrow like that. Watch your eyebrow like that. And this is like the nose of the person. Can you see not? It's like, it's like owl. Okay, you like my drawing or not? Okay, anyway, not tested. Okay, so how? Learn to cut and paste. Learn to cut and paste. So this portion, right? Can you see now? I purposely try to cut and paste down here. It will appear like that. So this portion, right? I cut, and I paste it over here. Can or not? Can. Right. The two shapes together form a rugby ball. Yeah. Something like that. So Avery was saying that this is like we call this like a rugby ball. All right, we can call this a rugby ball. Hey, but remember how to find this rugby ball or not? Remember not? All right. So actually, right, we can do something called what? Okay, we can do something called finding the let me see. Right, after I cut this and paste down here, okay, I can actually do something like this. Okay, can you see that this is like a triangle? Follow the green color. Can you see that this is like a green triangle? Can you see the green triangle? Can you see? Can you see not? So I purposely, look, children, I purposely take the area of the semicircle. All right, this is a semicircle, minus the area of a triangle, which is like that. Do you know what am I getting or not? All right, I'm actually getting, look at the shape, I'm actually getting what? This portion and this portion. Right, like the eyebrow. Can you see or not? Can you see or not? Right. And once I get these two right, very good already, because these two right actually is down here and down here, right? Correct or not? Okay? Okay. So once you get that right, you just times 2 lah. Correct or not? So that's the idea. That's the idea. Shall we? Shall we? Come, let's go. So we have area of semicircle, which is half times pi times radius. All right, radius down here is 32. Half pi r squared. All right, so this portion here will be the area of a full circle. Minus area of the triangle, half times base times side. All right, so the base down here, because it's a semicircle, right? Down here is 64. Half times base times height, and the height down here is right, it's like a radius, 32. All right, and that will give me the answer for rate. Press your calculator. Half times 3.14 times 32 times 32 minus away half times 64 times 32. All right, your answer should be 583.68 cm squared. For this, for this. And you need what? You need 2 sets of it. Right, you need 2 sets of it. Right, because the red color is 1 set, and down here, right, the orange color down here, can you see not? It's another set. Right, so as what Avery says, like 2 rugby ball. Right, so you have to take your 583